What I'm going to do now is I'm not going to give commentary on what I'm doing. I'm just going to work through and fix this. So we have Ann Taylor is married to John Marsden, and they have at least one child, Herbert John Marsden. There are multiple possible duplicates, multiple unattached records on both of them. And Herbert John Marsden, also possible duplicates, also multiple possible records. So I will not be giving commentary. This will just be example of how I do my research. Occasionally I may make comments. Okay, Herbert John, possible duplicate. Let's look at this, review merge. Herbert John, enable Silver Marsden, Ethel, Mary Marsden, Percival Wesley Marsden. These are different Annies. I think these need to be merged. Isle of Man. Let me go back first. Herbert John Marsden, Annie Bolsover Marsden, Percival Wesley Marsden, event place, Isle of Man. They are from Derbyshire. What are they doing in Isle of Man? I have to make sure that these are actually the same people. Okay, what is this? This is a marriage record. Event place, Ridgeway, Derbyshire, England. Herbert John Marsden is getting married to Annie Bolsover. This is a duplicate record, but we can attach it. Herbert John Marsden, we're good. Compare. We don't need to duplicate that. We already have it in the system. John Marsden, attached to him. Switch. There, everyone is attached. Let's go back to John, Herbert John. Methodist Circuit, Douglas, Isle of Man. Let's see if there's more information in the original record. Wesley Methodist Chapel. We're looking for Herbert John, Annie Marsden, Emily. (1878). Born February 2nd, 1878. Christened February 5th. What is this doing in the Isle of Man? So they could have moved to the Isle of Man. Especially if they're Methodists. Let's look at this possible duplicate. Herbert John, Chesterfield, Derbyshire. So what we can do to solve this, so Herbert John was born 1853. That means we go looking for census records. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, birth registration. Here's a birth registration for Chesterfield, Derbyshire, England. This is probably him. This symbol here means it's already attached to a family tree. This record is not attached. So I can attach it to our Herbert John Marsden. Go back to the search. Filter by collection, censuses. So he was born in 1853, which means he would be in the 61, 71, 81, 91 census. Let's see if he shows up. This is the 1881 census on the born in Fastland, Derbyshire, England, on the Isle of Man. Let's look at the record. Here is Herbert J.N.O. Marsden, head. And that's indexed as Fastland, but it's Hasland. And Ridgeway, Derbyshire, so this is Annie and Herbert in the 1881 census, with Ethel May, Thomas H, and Agnes. This is but most of her brother-in-law and sister-in-law. So this is Annie's brother and sister, live in the Isle of Man. So that's one mystery solved. It's attached to a family tree. Herbert John Marsden, which one? LVG1X77. Those are possibly all duplicates, but I want to attach it to one I have. Select. He did move to the Isle of Man. Ethel is not already a daughter. Herbert John Marsden and Bolsover Marsden. She already shows up. I'll simply put this on her. And then I will merge files afterwards. Oops. Any change this to Annie. siblings. Thomas Horace Bolsover. There we go. And a sister. So the 1881 census, John Herbert Marsden, that's wrong, we're looking for Herbert John. Herbert J, 1891, census. This is a possibility, but let's look. Who are these people? He's listed age 37, living in Yorkshire, married, insurance office, border, female, age 16, daughter, age 14, daughter, age 75, widowed, mother-in-law, servant. So he's a boarder. Herbert Marsden. So he's living in Snaith, Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, 1891. It says that he's married, insurance office official, boarding. I'll keep that in mind. Derby Thornhill, Derbyshire, 61. It's probably a different one. Multiple Herbert Marsdens born in Derbyshire, but very few Herbert Johns. So it's possible that this is him. Okay. Now 5 sources for him, because we know that he moved to the Isle of Man. So I used the census records to confirm that Herbert John and Anne had moved to, or Annie had moved to the Isle of Man, which means all these records for children, Ethel May, parish. I'll leave it as that. More information comes up. Emily Marsden, Isle of Man. 1878. Percival was born in 1879. Herbert J. Marsden, death 1932, Chesterfield, Derbyshire. It's entirely possible that that's him, but I'll have to verify through other means first. And Edith Annie. What year is this? 1876. They got married in 1874. Herbert Ridgway, Derbyshire. Okay, another child. She probably died because she didn't show up in other censuses. Reginald Horatius, Ridgway, 1891. It's possible. Herbert J. Marsden, 1891. Order. So they moved out to the Isle of Man. But then apparently moved back. How old would Annie be in 1891? "38 years old. So this could be another child, and they moved back to Derbyshire. Oops, I didn't select a gender. Male. So now we have several children, 5 children born in Ridgeway, Derbyshire, born on the Isle of Man, Isle of Man, Isle of Man, and then back in Derbyshire. Edith does not show up in the 1881 census, which means she may have passed away before then. Herbert John shows up in the 1891 census, but he's not living at home. He's a boarder in Yorkshire. Horatius Ridgeway. Let's get this one attached. This is Herbert John, marriage, Chesterfield, 1874 to Annie Bolsover. Oh, this is the marriage index. That's just a list of everyone who got married in that year in that place. Okay, possible duplicate. Let's review this merge. Ethel May, Ethel May. The Isle of Man. Doesn't matter that this Ethel May is a duplicate of the other Ethel May because we will be, no, it's the same one. Edith Annie, the same ID number, so the same person, continue, yes. All vital information, finish merge. Okay, and that's the death registration, 1932. Let's go ahead and attach that because we know he moved back home. We're back to Chesterfield. There are no more research hints. We now have 17 sources on him. We know his birth date, his death date, and 5 children. Let's go back to the search results. We found him in the 1861 census. Let's check censuses. Okay. 1881 census, 1891 census, okay, 91, 81 census, 1961 census, Herbert. John and Anne. He's not in the 1861 census that I can easily tell. Let's look at the 1871 census. Father Joel Marsden, nope. Mother Marianne, that's the wrong Herbert. We need Herbert John or Herbert J. He is not showing up. In any of these. So let's go 1901 and 1911 censuses. Lily E. Marsden, child Edith A. Marsden. Oh, this is a mess. I'll have to get that cleaned up. Elizabeth Violet Lily Palmer, Lily E. Marsden, Edith A. Edith A. Edith Annie. Let's check this. Yorkshire. Let's view the record. Herbert J. Hasland, Derbyshire, that's where he's from, 1854. She's from Ireland. There, Edith shows up again. Well, how about that? Herbert John Marsden. There we go, Ridgway. Okay. Oops. Okay, so these different Annies all have to be merged. Let's go to her. Let's change her name because she apparently spelled it with an IE. It's consistent all through the records. Fix that. So let's merge her duplicates. Yep, okay. I don't know if this makes any difference if like listed as biological. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Herbert, let's reload him. I'm going to have to check her name, but we have effectively cleaned up Herbert John Marsden and Annie Bolsover. There will probably be issues with their children that we'll have to clean up. But that is cleaning up the records, and we ended up with 18 sources, possible ordinance work to be done, baptism, confirmation, initiatory endowment, sealing to parents, and sealing to spouse can be done. I think it's the same thing. Sealing to parents, but sealing to spouse. Okay. Okay, alternate names, birth name Herbert John Marsden. Delete this. Okay, there may be other. So I'll have to check the 1911 census. I didn't check that one just yet. But that's 2 records, 2 individuals that are now all cleaned up, and they are attached to children and parents. I will still have to do additional cleanup on the children and on the parents, but at least everything is now clean on these 2. Okay, so that's an example of me doing work, taking 2 records and sorting through them and going through all the research helps, merging all the duplicates, and finding out the correct information, and verifying that, yes, they actually did move to the Isle of Man using census records. Okay. And